Last time on Survivor, vote speculations were discussed, and Bobby won individual immunity.
Bobby, say it out loud.
Conquer the game.
Back at camp, two names were really being tossed out, Robster and Hunter. The vote ended up being close, but the original Irai tribe lost their first castaway with Robster going home in a close vote.
This is only a game. I respect you guys. But hey, I try my best. It's alright, but I had fun.
Find out what happens this time on Survivor.
Okay, well, that vote didn't really go as planned. However, I know that I have a tight, like, at least 4 with me at this point of Joseph, Drew, JP. Oh well, Robster's gone.
Okay, we're gonna do that again. 3, 2, 1. So
I want to win this game, and I like my tribe.
I think I love my tribe so much.
I don't get it. I wish we were playing on Pocket Edition.
So this tribal council went pretty interestingly. I mean, Hunter got a lot more votes than I thought he would have. I was expecting Robster to get the majority of the votes, if not like all of them, but people voted Hunter even though they told me let's vote Robster. I mean, I would have gladly voted Hunter to say that.
She's a female.
Number one, Liz.
We
number
stand.
one.
We stand.
Why female?
I don't feel like a mastermind, but I do feel like I'm kind of on top of things, not physically, but within the social aspect of the game, I have this certain pull where I feel like every single name that I throw out and I've thrown out first has gone out the door, and I am on like the high hopes train for my own game. We're demerging, yeah.
We're at final 11. You know what that means. 2 tribes are
What if we demerge at like final?
I hope some kind of demerge happens or something, because right now I'm not in a good position at all. That did not go where I wanted, and now I don't want to be all chaotic, which is, I kind of do, but like that vote, like nobody wants to include me on their plans, and Robster was my number 1 ally, so it kind of stinks that he's gone. And I just have to bring vengeance for him, and I have to get back in the majority if I can find one.
Yeah, we the final 3. You are all stepping into 3 tribes of 1.
Congratulations, you've made the.
Congratulations, final 3. You made it to the final.
There is no meme.
I was in the middle. I ultimately decided to vote for Hunter, and that wound up blowing in my face. I did not anticipate that there'd be that many people voting for Robster. I thought it was going to be 6-5 and the deciding factor. But at least I know that Liz and Jonny and Ethan chill with me. Gonna have to explain things to Tim. Gonna probably have to throw someone under the bus. Not sure who, but he's probably pretty annoyed with me. Wouldn't be surprised if Bobby and Kirby and them don't trust me.
Well, that went well. I mean, Hunter still walked away with a bunch of votes, but at least we got, someone outside our group. And it's good for my game too, because I guess people are seeing him as the threat, not me right now, which is also good. So I don't know, everything's kind of clicking into place for me right now. I think I'll keep laying low, maybe mix things up soon. I don't know. We'll see. Kind of playing it by ear right now.
Welcome everyone to your final 11 individual immunity challenge. Bobby is going to have to give up individual immunity, and unfortunately he is deciding that he was going to sit out of this challenge for not being here. Now I will explain your next individual immunity challenge. In this challenge you will be represented by a certain color. You will collect powder of your color and place it in other players' glass tubes. Once the tube of a player is filled and flowing past the redstone block, they are out of the challenge. The last player standing wins immunity.
Survivor's ready. Bobby's AFK. Go.
Oh.
Wait, what color am I? I'm
you
purple.
picked up my green. Your thing. There you go.
It's one at a time, right?
Yeah, but you have to place it in your own.
Oh, dude.
No, you can only grab one at a time.
Where's Bobby?
You know what? First boot, honestly.
Oh!
Alright, just gonna go ahead and drop it in Bobby.
And Bobby.
Wait, which blue is Bobby?
I don't know who's green, but sad.
Screw you!
I'm kidding, Drew, I'm kidding.
Bobby's tower quickly growing, nearly out of this challenge.
Purple! I feel like that.
I'm just voting on whoever I want. I'm sorry, man.
I'm just
No,
going
it's
up with
okay,
everyone I'm like closest to.
Bobby is 1 block away from
If I put it in yours, don't
out
be
of this challenge.
Hey, I'm just
Oh, and
putting him in
Bobby.
the. I'm just putting him the nearest one to me, Tim. I don't know what's wrong.
Hi, Bobby.
Oh, hey, Bobby.
He's back.
Well, Bobby.
Good time.
Hi, Bobby.
Welcome back,
Bobby,
Bobby.
the tribe is spoken.
Unfortunately, I know you probably didn't want to hear this, but you're out of the challenge.
Sorry, whoever green is. I just put it in the closest one.
Hey, Joseph, let's not get crazy now.
Let's not get crazy now. You put white in mine.
Hey, you were the closest one to me, bud. Hey! You're dead.
Hey,
You're dead, Hunter. You're dead.
There's a gray.
just saying.
Who's
Yellow's pretty. Yellow's
dark
pretty
gray?
good.
That's Tim.
Yellow has none.
Whoa.
Yo, JP, very quick to point fingers.
Hey, I was just
JP.
answering the
Slow your
question.
boat.
Blue is now halfway up.
Oh, I thought blue.
This is a toxic challenge.
Pink has a few.
I know, I don't like this
Yeah,
challenge.
what
I
Black
really
has
hurt
a
people's
lot.
feelings.
Why do you
Yeah, why is everyone fucking targeting?
Liz.
I can't worry
like
about
the
it.
fucking ladder?
Alright, Tim, you're dead.
All right, listen here, buddy.
Get away.
Guess what? Tim's dead.
Alright, Tim, you're dead.
No, why me? What?
You placed the last 2 in mine, bro.
Well, yellow has like none.
I'm dark gray,
Watching.
dumbass. Hey, Joseph, now you have one, asshole.
Great. I'll tell you real quick.
Joseph about halfway up with his.
What?
Yeah.
Liz very close to getting out.
You want-
Light gray getting targeted hardcore now.
Oh, hey, rude.
Clean.
Guys, yellow has none.
Oh, did you say yellow?
Yellow has very
Yellow-
few.
Oh,
Who's
fuck.
targeted?
You know what? Just saying.
You just put one in mine.
JP.
Oh, I
Wait.
put another one in yours.
Hey, don't be
Okay,
talking.
wait, guys, let's talk. Okay, Hunter, let's talk
Hey,
over
hey,
it.
hey,
Oh
hey,
my
hey,
God.
hey.
Liz is nearly out of this game.
Let's not be toxic.
Okay, Joseph. No.
Was that in one
Okay,
hand?
I'm going after you two. That's okay.
What?
I s-
All right, JP, let's go. You know
That's it,
exactly
you're
what to
dead.
do, buddy.
And Tim with 2 back to back on him.
Why?
White, red from
Put it
Joseph
in
and
mine, put it in
JP. And
Joseph.
JP and Joseph just absolutely
yellow.
nutting Tim now.
Hey, I didn't put any in Tim's that time.
Yellow's late. Yellow's
Why?
I'm colorblind.
Who's yellow?
I
man.
see it right there, JP.
I
Liz
didn't do
right
it
on
last
the edge
time.
with having.
Who's yellow?
Ladders.
I am yellow.
Yellow
Keep going
is
for me.
And Liz is now out of this challenge.
Don't.
Oh, and Kirby is also out of this
Don't do it,
challenge.
Joseph.
Oh,
Do it,
wow.
Joseph.
Hey, JP.
Hey, Joseph. Hey,
JP, where are you?
hey,
Yo,
I'm
red is
recording.
looking. Whoever
Hey,
red
look.
is.
Yeah,
Look at
red's
the
looking pretty good.
Look what the last time a white one
no,
went in red.
Joseph.
That's a long time.
I,
Dude.
Joseph,
I
put
fell
it.
off.
What if I
Right,
just
is
stand here?
Joseph
Purple, I
is
won't put it in
nearly
yours if you
out.
don't put it in mine.
With
What if
one
I
more
just
on
do-
Joseph, he will be out.
Oh, really?
Oh, Joseph, I'm
You cannot
sorry.
do that,
Do I do it?
Joseph.
Do I do it, Joseph?
Changa has the ability
I
to do it.
haven't
I don't
Joseph.
do it. I don't do it.
Hey,
Changa
toxic.
letting Joseph live.
JP.
Toxic.
And Tim takes Joseph out of the challenge.
Wait,
Just gonna
hey,
say-
Timmy, don't do me, please.
It's
Timmy,
probably
Timmy.
Changa is now out of this challenge.
Oh, I
Timmy,
can't do anything now.
see you there.
Yeah, Hunter is 1
Hey,
away.
Timmy, you better not.
Don't
Timmy,
do
you better
it,
not
don't
place one
do
on that
it.
grey.
What's a whiteboard?
Oh, and Tim ins
if all the
Hunter.
bad
Hunter
people
is
just
now
over
out of
there?
this
Tim!
challenge.
Hey, I didn't do it, Tim. I didn't. Don't do it, Johnny.
Tim, how's
Johnny.
Wait, who are people? Who are? I don't know. I'm gonna base it on
Don't do
random.
it.
Clearly,
Don't
none
do
of
it,
you are
Johnny.
comedians.
Johnny puts it on blue.
Don't do it, Tim.
Are
Hey,
you kidding me?
You're
JP.
Awesome.
JP is still just 1 away.
dead. No, don't tell him that.
Hey, JP, you just put one on mine.
Hey.
Why shouldn't I just put one on yours?
Because you feel bad for me and you don't want
And
me out.
JP is out of this
God damn
challenge.
it.
There are only 4 people left in this challenge.
I'm gonna throw this.
Johnny with another on Tim. Tim is
No, I
only
don't
1
think so.
away.
Drew, what are you
Who's still
doing?
left in the challenge?
Drew, what are you doing?
Don't put on me, Tim. Please.
And
I am out.
Drew is now 1 away.
You're dead, Tim.
Tim is out of this challenge.
No!
And Drew is out of this challenge.
Wait, who's
Which
left?
means
Who's
it is
left?
just a race between Johnny and Ethan. They're neck and neck. It's just going to be a race of who can.
Think you
Get
can
the
beat
last-
Mr. Funny Man?
They
You think
are
you can beat-
absolutely neck and neck.
Oh!
Johnny just needs to place 1 more on Ethan, and he wins immunity.
Wow. I did the standard bag.
Ethan only has 1 left. He needs Johnny to really mess up this parkour. And Johnny
Congrats,
wins
Johnny.
immunity, knocking out Ethan.
That was close, guys. GG.
Johnny, come get it.
Thank you.
Johnny, you have 1 immunity. You have a 1 in 10 shot at winning this game. Congratulations.
I'm really glad I won immunity this time because So the trio of people, Bobby, Kirby, and Hunter. One of them had an idol, and I've been trying to push a vote on one of them, get an idol play if there is going to be one, while I have the immunity. So I can cause chaos from a safe distance and stand back and watch it.
People were mad that you were AFK. That's all.
I see.
Honestly, they might vote you out for it. Because they also think you're good at challenges. I'm thinking Miner or JP.
Yeah, I'm not sure with either, but like you can see that again. They're I don't know. I'm Changa, Bobby, Hunter, Tim all seem to be talking a lot to each other, and usually to the four of them in like a chat.
I think the obvious thing here is like Bobby or Hunter, because one of them had an idol.
So I was just walking around, and I was like, that's pretty suspicious. So I broke it, and then I found a shulker box underneath with clue number 2. So I'm skipping number 1, going straight to 2, head east and skip 2 islands. And so I do that, skip the 2 islands, and I find a puddle of water with sponges next to it. I jump in the water, I find another shulker box, and I find idol part number 2. So I have found a special idol part. If you find all 3 parts, you'll be able to put it together and learn what power it holds. I don't know what that means, it's very vague. I'm assuming if I get the other 2 parts, I can have a super idol or something of a similar power level. I have a clue to the 3rd one, but I'm hoping I'll find that and then I can go look for number 1.
I feel like right now it's to like prune the hedges of people that we have no idea where they are.
Yeah, Changa was kind of a wild card last round. Like, we suggested him even last round.
I think it's a fair point, because that's just another spot at the end that's being taken up by someone who's just basically going around and just spreading whatever he hears, like spreading the...
He's just being an agent of chaos.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
I don't like that.
Down for Changa. I think it's going to get down to the why now. And I say this every time, but this time I mean it, because there's no more easy votes. People would want to vote for the wildcard Changa. Don't think it's going to happen, because people are too keen on keeping shitty players around. So I think Ethan and I have to be wearing a shield tonight, if you could say that. Because like I said earlier, I took that big stick and drew a big line in the sand right in front of me.
I mean, yeah, everyone's just trying to figure out what. Nobody wants to throw out a name first.
Well, lucky for us, we do have a name.
Oh, sweet, yes, anything.
Amazing.
We were thinking Changa?
Yeah, I'm not that surprised.
Everyone put Changa's going to be in here now. Oh no!
Like because just Changa's being like an agent of chaos, and just like spouting names to everyone, you know.
Okay, straight up, I do not want to vote out Changa.
No.
I do not think that's a good move, because Changa voted with us last time.
Did he?
Yes, he did. I'm thinking Miner, honestly, and I talked to Bobby and Changa about this already.
He's been playing real low, honestly. But I think the time of me just kind of laying low and breezing through the early game, I think it's finally coming to an end. I'm excited.
I will say this, that Bobby and Hunter wanted to get with me and what's his name, Kirby, to vote JP, but I really don't like that, because
I don't like that plan either. That doesn't seem like a great plan.
That doesn't seem like a great plan. I think Hunter, Bobby, and Kirby are very close.
Yes,
they are too.
And one of them, definitely one of them has an idol as well.
Yeah, I'm scared about that. This vote is actually being a lot more chaotic than like the last 2, because I threw out once again that Bobby, Hunter, and Kirby were very close to each other. I said that again.
What is Bobby doing? He's like a senile old man. You see him like every time. He's just sitting somewhere.
I'm kind of a little bit out of the loop in terms of what is going on. I missed the challenge. Something fishy is going on with this group of 7, and I'm gonna see if I can find out what's going on.
I have no qualms with voting for...
Yeah, Changa was the one who was like, I don't want to vote you, JP.
Changa, or not Changa, Hunter and Kirby and Bobby are the trio, and
yeah,
they're trying to get Tim in with them too.
One of that trio had an idol, we're pretty sure.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, me? You're talking about me, right? Where did this guy come from? The sewers or something? Because his eyesight must be messed up. His ears aren't working, and he obviously just hasn't been paying attention to what he's been saying. He's probably been telling everyone this, and it just so happened that he decided to tell me on accident. This isn't strategy on his part, it's just, what the hell are you doing, JP?
What do you think, Bobby?
Well, I'm being grouped with them, so I don't know how I feel about that.
Like, if you... Oh yeah, I did say that.
They're like a really strong trio. I accidentally said the thing I was trying to avoid telling Bobby while Bobby was in the call.
If you want to disassociate yourself from those two, you can vote with us.
Yeah, that's what we've been hearing.
I guess who would be the name? Kirby, then?
Well, if you guys are doing Hunter, then Hunter.
Hunter or Kirby. Yeah, Hunter then. It'd probably be my fault because I didn't realize Bobby was in the call when I called him Hunter and Kirby a trio. So this is an unfortunate situation that I've put myself into. There's a likely chance that I'm leaving tonight because apparently Changa was the one.
That's not even true because I've been in the call. It's not true. We're voting for Changa as far as I know. Oh, who's the one? Huh? It doesn't make any sense to me at this point.
I don't. It might they might just try to be pulling the wool over you. I think we would have enough people, but
I think it's too late to put it together. But like, what's safe now? Voting Changa safe right now, right?
I get the most people I've talked to have said they prefer to vote for Hunter.
So this is what we were thinking. We were thinking the four of us plus Bobby and Changa vote out Minor. I feel like we should.
Joseph?
And Changa voted. Yeah, and
Joseph.
Changa voted with us. He's like on our side, so I don't think we should vote him out yet.
You don't think so?
I think it should be Minor.
So I've been talking to quite a few people, especially Hunter, and so far the conversation has been gravitating to who voted Hunter last vote and should we vote them, and somehow it's kind of all gravitated back to Joseph. But I don't really want to vote Joseph.
I was just in that group, and then after Lizzie left, they, I guess, forgot I was there. You were Kirby, and they told me to vote for you, Hunter.
Well, that's dumb.
And then two people were like, yeah, we need to get rid of all those people who seem to know each other, like Kirby, Hunter, and Changa. And then they were like, Bobby too, and then they didn't realize I was there. So I didn't really say anything, and I help off like, hello? These people know I'm here, right? JP, you would have been fine, but you decided to open your mouth and start telling everyone what you were thinking. I know that he wants one of the three of us gone, and that's a big mistake on his part. So that mistake is going to either cost him the game, or it's going to cost one of his allies the game. And this won't be the last time that he gets the full force of the Bobby, Kirby, and Hunter 3. And you know what's sad about this? He's right, we are a 3, and we do have an idol. It's going to cost you the game, it's going to cost your allies the game. This is what happens when you mess with me. But they told me to vote for Hunter, which I don't think they're actually doing. They might vote for either you or Kirby, though.
My name like popped up out of nowhere like a few minutes ago. So I'm hopeful that, I don't know, I'm not being blamed for playing both sides, because I'm really playing both sides right now. And none of them, well, actually, I think they might realize that now. So I'm very hopeful this vote goes right, but at the same time, I'm like scared that it won't.
You trust Hunter. I don't, personally.
I don't trust Hunter at all.
Then let's go Hunter.
The thing is that Bobby was in the call when we said Hunter, and
Yeah.
Bobby's probably going to tell them that we're all voting for Hunter, so he might have to swap it to
Kirby.
I'm fine with it.
So are we doing Minor?
Yeah, we're doing Minor, and then we'll be in a.
the best way to make sure all of us get through.
Yeah, we'll be in a good 6. I think.
Yeah.
I think the best plan is to take out Kirby because they don't really expect it. Like it's like a
Yeah, I'd say that too. I don't think they're expecting I think they had the numbers last time and we're like, okay, we're fine. So do we want to do Hunter or Kirby?
because I think Hunter's too obvious for them. So this travel is definitely going to be chaotic. Like I said at the beginning of this round and last round, I want to have control this time. So I know where the votes are going this time. The votes go the way that I want to tonight. I think I'm in a pretty good spot moving forward.
Alright, welcome everyone to next Tribal Council. I will now introduce the members of the jury. Andrew and Robster voted out of last Tribal Council. Jonny, you have immunity around your neck. So far, no one has won immunity multiple times. How does it feel to be the next one to win it?
It's definitely nice to win immunity. I'm not great at challenges, so it's definitely like a nice thing for the scrapbook.
JP, since no one's won immunity consecutive times or twice in general, is it possible to really pin a challenge threat at this point, or does it make you feel even more hopeful of winning challenges yourself in the future?
I know that me winning a challenge is a lost cause, so that doesn't concern me. But I don't know. I don't think that like people are too concerned about challenge threats at this point, since there's still 11 people left.
Changa, if challenge threats isn't a target on someone's back right now, then what is the criteria for voting?
I think right now it's being based off of what lines were drawn at last tribal council. I think lines might have been drawn last time. The question is, will those lines stay, and like, will people figure out who's on whose side?
Kirby, if you're trying to figure out who's on whose side, do you have much loyalty with anyone in this game right now?
That's a loaded question, Kyle.
You don't
I will leave it at that, because either way I answer,
Would anyone else be brave enough to answer the question?
I think it's so, like, we've already been through like 4 or 5 vote outs where I think trust is starting to bubble through, but there's like, I feel like trust isn't close enough where we can say that there's like solid trust bonds right now.
I've played a lot of Survivor games. This merge has felt pretty fluid. It feels like a lot of people are willing to do what's best for their own game, it seems. So, I don't know. Take that as you will.
Liz, Drew is saying that at this point it's too early to have true trust in people. Do you feel what point of the game does it become do you become able to truly trust people?
I think after a while, when you get all of your together and you figure out what your goal is and these people that you would like to take far with you, that's really when the true lines are drawn.
Bobby, if it takes that long to find the people that you want to work with till the end, what are you doing up until that point?
You're coming up with a plan with the group, and you're hoping that your plan is the one that makes it through.
So Joseph, would you say at this point this game is more on the basis of voting blocks and groups than actual solid alliances?
There's been a different majority every time. I mean, that's pretty clear. Like the first vote, 9 votes were the majority. Last vote, 7 votes were the majority? Clearly, I mean, there's not one solid majority.
Tim, if there's no solid majority, how solid is anyone's place in this game right now?
At this point, the only person with a solid, like, standing place in this game is Jonny, because he can't go home. The rest of us, I don't think anyone has anything solid going for them right now. If you go by, in my opinion, chaotic camp life was just now.
Hunter, Tim was saying that it was chaotic at camp. Was there a lot of scrambling?
Yeah, it was pretty chaotic. I'm not sure what's going on. I've heard a lot of names. I heard my name for the 3rd time in a row, and I'm thinking you guys should find a new name to write down. My name is old and boring. Find someone cooler to vote out.
Alright, well, with that, unless anyone else has something they'd like to add, we're going to get to the vote. Jonny, you're first up.
I think I know what I'm doing, because I didn't want to risk it.
I really hope that this goes through, because if this doesn't go through, I'm probably going to be blamed.
I may be in some hot water tonight, but we'll see if I can survive this.
I want him out. There's no reason, really. I just think it's his time to go.
I think I might even have to say my goodbyes.
Sorry, man. Starting to play the game, so here you go.
I've been told it's not me tonight by that other side, and that they're to vote for Hunter. But honestly, I trust Hunter more than I trust a lot of them, so I'm gonna have to stick by Hunter.
Unfortunately, it's time for one of your crew to take the hit this time.
Don't want to get any blood on my hands. I think this will actually stir things up.
Alright guys, I have collected the votes. Person with the most votes will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. If anyone has a hidden immunity idol and would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. I will read the votes. First vote, Kirby.
Ooh, damn, it's gonna be me.
Second vote, Joseph.
Ah.
It's 1 vote Kirby, 1 vote Joseph. Third vote, Changa. It's 1 vote Kirby, 1 vote Joseph, 1 vote Changa. 4th vote. Kirby. That's 2 votes Kirby, 1 vote Joseph, 1 vote Changa. 5th vote. Kirby. That's 3 votes Kirby, 1 vote Joseph, 1 vote Changa. Joseph. That's 2 votes Joseph, 3 votes Kirby, 1 vote Changa. Joseph. That is 3 votes Joseph, 3 votes Kirby, 1 vote Changa. 4 votes left.
Wow.
Kirby. That is 4 votes Kirby, 3 votes Joseph, 1 vote Changa. Kirby. That is 5 votes Kirby, 3 votes Joseph, 1 vote Changa. 5th person voted out of Minecraft Survivor, Season 7, The Conflict Islands of World United, Kirby.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
Wow. I'll be honest, I was not expecting that, dudes. Well played.
Sorry, Kirby.
Alright,
Wow.
Kirby.
Unfortunately for you, the tribe has spoken.
Alright, well, good luck, everyone. Yeah.
Wow.
See ya, Kirby.
Another blind side. Everyone, head back to camps.
Wow.
Well, you know, I'll be honest. I've been a little tired all day. I definitely haven't played as strong as I thought I should have. I was expecting to get votes. I wasn't expecting it to be, 8 people? I'm disappointed and surprised, but you know, it is what it is, and you know, that's how Survivor goes. So definitely didn't play as well as I should have. Definitely pretty tired today.